Joy Southworth, 2019, taxpayer, Carriage Road, Sawmill, David Lewis, Weirs Road. Good evening, Gilford.
Excuse me, did you say Joy?
Joy Southworth.
Thank you.
Good evening, Gilford. I'm here tonight speaking as a concerned mother of a 10-year-old daughter and 8-year-old son, and also as a devoted Gilford resident since birth, and alum of the Gilford School from the village nursery to kindergarten and beyond. Let me open by saying my family does not discriminate against any race, religion, or sexuality. With that being said, we want equality for all children of the Gilford School District. And I hope that we all here want that as well, and that we will all listen tonight with a very open mind. We want all children to have their rights protected, their privacy respected, and safety and comfort ensured. My heart really aches for all other parents, school teachers, administration, other citizens that are suffering and agonizing over this issue. It is not an easy one. But we are all here for one reason, the same reason. And that is because we love and deeply care for the Gilford school children. Let's let that bring us together as we come up with a fair solution that will in fact equally address the needs, rights, privacy, comfort level, and safety of all the children of Gilford. I ask that we also remember to be sensitive and support one another as we each process this in our very own time. We are all entitled to our own opinion. But the power of a strong community comes in finding a unified agreement that regards all views and protects all children. What a valuable lesson that we can teach our children right now. And such a gift. Gilford, we must come up with an agreement that fosters a safe and comfortable learning environment for all of the children at Gilford. Unfortunately, the current policy does not do so. Let this issue not divide us, but rather unite us. It is essential that all voices are heard and accounted for, and a safe policy is agreed upon. Thank you for listening. Have a good night.
Kyle Sanborn, Bedford Ave. Similar to Joy, I'm a lifelong, well, I moved away for a little while, but attended Gilford K through 12. I'm a 2001 alumni. No one is saying that a child should not be able to express themselves in any way, shape, or form. What we are saying is if that expression usurps the rights of other children, that is unacceptable. I'm a father of 3. I have 2 daughters. There's some statistics I'd like to bring up from the RAINN page, and anybody can go and check that out. 1 out of every 9 school-age girls has been sexually assaulted or raped by a male. Do you think it's okay to force the girls who may have been sexually assaulted or raped to share locker rooms, with biological boys and males? And do you think it's fair and reasonable to expect them to have to go use the single-stall bathrooms? Not expecting an answer, more of a rhetorical question so that you can think about that. Is that what we've come to in Gilford? That maybe forcing a 16-year-old girl who might have been the victim of sexual assault to force them out of their own locker rooms or bathrooms? Specifically to the policy, and I have it on my phone, I don't want to misquote it, but in the first section where it talks about, I believe it's the privacy section, and if I'm interpreting this correctly, there would be a scenario where a student, if they were not comfortable bringing this information to their parents, if they wanted to be transitioning at school and hide that from their parents, that the school would be complicit in that and keep that information from their parents. Now, I don't know if you're aware of a federal law, or it's an act, called FERPA. It's the Family Educational Parental Rights Act, and that is a clear violation. All the court cases that have ever been litigated have sided with the parents, with the exception of if there was abuse happening, sexual abuse, violence, then that's a whole separate issue that obviously the child protection needs to be thought of first. Is this board in this district prepared to get sued by a parent over something like that? Mr. Murphy brought up the preferred pronouns. It's compelled speech, ladies and gentlemen. That is a violation of the First Amendment. Now, I know this is just the ground level of where this has gotten started, but this is just the beginning for us too. Again, we want every child to express themselves the way they want to, but not at the expense of all other children's privacy and their comfort and their feelings. We're singling out a specific small group, and again, I want to accommodate as many people as we can, and we teach our children to respect with love and kindness. If I ever found my kid was bullying any kid, they'd have a problem with me. But you cannot mandate speech. I don't know if you're aware, I sent my email, I got a little bit late to the party here, middle of last week, to the superintendent as well as all of the board members. And I asked some of these questions, and I was told that I was going to get some answers at some point, and I'm thankful for that. I don't know if you're aware, but there was a teacher just fired in the state of Virginia because he refused to use a proper pronoun. Now, the backstory to this, he was a French teacher, and in these classes, you usually pick a French name. This student who was transitioning was a biological female transitioning to a male. Chose a male name. The teacher obliged. Was calling the student by the male French name, had no problems. And went even further to say, I'm not going to use he and she at all, and in his classroom, just use they and them to try to accommodate and be respectful to the 30 seconds. My time is, okay. This teacher got fired. This teacher just filed a lawsuit. Now, would this school board and this administration fire a teacher for an offense like that? Would they suspend a student who is convicted consciously in their hearts that you can go through this transition, but biologically you're still an XX or an XY? So you would be forcing a child to lie to their heart to comply with this. So I want to leave you with those thoughts here tonight. Again, no one is telling anybody you shouldn't be able to express yourself in any manner, and we should all respect that. But when we start infringing upon others' rights, I have a problem with that. Thank you.
Croc TV.